It's really Jung's downgoing. It's his descent. It's his model of the psyche. And what I had to remind myself when I was preparing this was that it's his model of the psyche. It's also his fundamental notion that this is what's in each of us. The psyche can almost become sort of an objective thing out there in space, and of course we all know it's inside. But the layers of the psyche, which he develops in an almost evolutionary and geological sense, I think he was very influenced by both evolutionary theory and geological understanding, like Darwin. He really saw the psyche itself as a profound downward-going organism, if you could call it that, and that the part that we know, as Stephanie indicated, our ego consciousness is really just a thin little nubbin just slightly above the surface of the water, but a good 98% or whatever of it is really underwater, and most of that part that's underwater is it's not personal, it's not family. It belongs to clans or tribes. It belongs to nation states. It belongs to being a primate. It belongs to being a citizen of the world. And it belongs to being just a living organism, like all plants and animals. I wrestled for a long time with the idea at the bottom there, I don't know if you can see it, of central fire. I didn't really know. For years I wondered what Jung meant by the central fire. I'm sure you all have your own ideas, and probably some of them at least are related to alchemy. But it didn't become clear to me until I took a trip with my wife a few years ago to the Galapagos, and we were on a volcanic island right by the edge of the water, and it was all volcanic, sort of hardened ash. And there were iguanas and seals and birds, and they were all sort of on this relatively thin layer of coastal, right between a big volcano behind us and the sea in front of us. And I laid down with some of the seals and the iguanas and had a wonderful picture taken. It's my favorite picture of myself. Because I sort of felt like I was really with Jung's diagram there. And then I thought, well, that's the central fire, is looking up at the volcano and seeing the sea, and somehow between the volcano and the fire and the water, life emerged.